Summer, what are you doing? You need to make a YouTube video. It's been 2 weeks since you made a video. Oh, hey. I don't know what to make a video about. There's so many things you can make a video about. There's this awesome book that you picked up. The Photographer's Playbook. There's so many things in this book that you could do. It's pretty amazing. And you have this book full of ideas. All these things, these photographic projects that you want to execute. What do you mean you don't have any idea what to make a video about? Oh. Yeah, those are some good ideas. You have a point. Or how about this space? You have such a cool space. You could share your space with the world. What are you doing? Take this jacket, put it on, and make a video. Okay. You're right. I'll get to work. What is up, y'all? Summer here. Let's talk photography. So in this video, I'm going to give you a tour of this, my studio space that I've built out in my home. It's been about 2 weeks since I dropped a video, so I'm really excited to put more content out there and share my space with all of you. In addition to showing you my studio space, I'm also going to show you my darkroom that I'm in the process of building out. And we're going to test out my Jobo alternative. I should really come up with a name for it. Yeah, I'll think on that. But we're going to test out the unit that I've built to help develop film. And this will be the first roll of film that I put through the unit. I'm really excited about that. I'm excited to fill it up with water and see what happens. It'll either be a failure and I'll learn and gain so much from the experience. I can make alterations and try to fix it. Or it'll be a success and I'll be really, really proud that I was able to pull this thing off, right? So without further ado, let's get into it. All right, so we're going to start by doing just a full sweep of the room so that you can see what it looks like as a whole. This area here, this is my studio shooting area. So it doesn't look like much. Down here, there's a fold down table. So if I come back, give this a little bit of a lift, this guy folds up flat up against the wall. So it allows me to tuck this away when I'm not in the middle of a project. I am in the middle of a project right now. I will look at these things a little bit more closely in a second, but it allows me to tuck it away when I'm not in the middle of the project. I could also tuck away the platform and use the backdrop all the way to the floor if, say, I'm shooting with actual people in this space. A lot of my studio work consists of building dioramas, working with paper media, other things like that to create scenes that I then photograph. I'm in the middle of working on a project right now, so that's what this mess on the floor is. Some of the stuff that's up on the platform. You can see there's this shimmery black background that's a part of the project I'm working on, as is this glass panel. I don't want to give away too much about what's going on in this area, but just know some things are happening over here. Over here, I'm going to do a quick sweep of that. That is my dry erase board. I use that for all my brainstorming when I'm working, figuring out a project. I like to work standing up. So this guy is my mechanism for that. I write down everything I need on this blackboard when I'm in the middle of working on a project. Over here is my plant corner. because I'm summer and I have to have plants in my space. So I have some guys going on down here. We could take a quick little zoom in on them. My tea kettle's going. I'll be right back. And we are back. So yeah, I have a few plants here going on that I really dig. I have a shelf here. I have more succulents in this little guy. More things here. Now, my tripod is set up here for easy shooting. A lot of the stuff that I'm going to be shooting in studio, I'm going to be shooting medium format and 4x5. But I'll have some content coming out on that soon. This guy is my Aquarium and Paludarium. I'll zoom in so you can check it out. It's a work in progress. But this whole thing, most of where all the brown is going to be covered in live moss. And down inside of here, I don't know if I have any friends out and about. Oh, there's one. That's a mystery snail. There's a Japanese trapdoor snail right there. One of the frogs, or two of the frogs actually, are out and about, but I don't know if we can... Yeah, we can get a... Yep, there they are. A little bit of a glimpse of those guys. They're really elusive. Yeah. Oh, there it is. We can see them up top. There he is doing this little thing. Yeah, so I really love having this setup. It's fairly new. The reason why the water is so brown is because it's full of tannins from the wood. And as I do water changes over time, the water will clear up. I've only had this tank set up for about a week now, so I'm really excited about all the little critters that are living in it, as well as my plant wall that's slowly coming together. So this window, I installed it myself. I wanted to have a window that would overlook my garden outside. So I'm really excited about this window. When my partner and I bought this space, this room had no windows. It was previously used as like a theater room, we believe. So we completely gutted it, including the ceiling. You see the ceiling beams there. I'm going to be putting in a shiplap ceiling that's going to match this wall here with time. It's really, I'm in no rush to get that done. So yeah, I'll get that done with time. Over here's my desk area. So my scanner, some of my camera babies, a few more plants. This is my dog Vladimir. Love that guy. Some books, some other things. Yeah, my desk area. And then over here, I had a few more aquariums set up on this shelf. Right now there's no animals in these guys. I'm going to be breaking them down and probably turning them into terrariums or something like that. Over here I have my vinyl printer. My vinyl cutter rather, my heat press for the t-shirts that I make, and then some vinyl. These guys, these are some intaglio prints that I made when I was in undergrad. I really love them, so I have them up on the wall. And then stepping back, this inside of this room, this is my dark room. So if I come over here, this is the entryway into my dark room. Notice it is very dark inside this space. I don't have my red lamp set up because it is a work in progress. In fact, I don't have any lights inside of this space. So I'm gonna get it lit up, take you inside, and show you what my dark room looks like as of now. All right, y'all, so this is my dark room. As I already mentioned, I don't have a proper lighting set up yet, but I will soon. I'll have a red lamp set up as well as regular white light as well. This space is pretty small. We'll start with the door. So for the door, I'm using a simple grow hatch door. It's used for setting up hydroponic grow rooms. And it works really well for blocking out the light. It's the perfect size. It closes with the zipper. The zipper has other light traps incorporated into it, so it makes it a pretty good solution for my darkroom door. Here I have a stainless steel table with a small shelf for this bad boy, my enlarger. So I've had this enlarger for about maybe 15 years or so I've had this thing. It's still in pretty mint condition. It was practically brand new, if not brand new, when I bought it. It's a really great powerhouse of a black and white enlarger. I do want to get components for a color enlarger. I haven't done very much color darkroom printing. But I'm really open to it, really excited about the possibility. This table is the perfect size. I'm still waiting for some of my other components to ship in from my hometown in Louisiana. My sister is sending those things to me, but I have like my timer for my enlarger, which will go over in this area, and a couple of other items. Down here I have shelf storage for towels and other important things, and then I even use the storage space down here. This area is my sink. So right now I don't have running water in this space. Before I close up the ceiling, I'm going to have a plumber come in, run a line for hot and cold water into this room. And then I am going to, this is my sink, I built it myself. So it's just built out of 2x4s with this container drop-in. And there's a drainage port down here. So I'm going to have a plumber come in and run the lines for water, and then I'm going to run the plumbing myself for the drainage line out through that back wall. Down here is the bad boy we're gonna play with today. This is what I meant in my earlier videos, if you watch those about the construction of this unit, that I have a space big enough so that it could be completely dedicated to this unit living there all the time. This is that space. So zooming in, we have my sous vide, all of the other components inside of this guy. Down there is my motor setup. Here is my on and off switch. The battery connects to my on and off switch there. And then other little handy dandy things. Over here, I have developing tanks, chemicals, all stored down here under the table. Right here, I have a Ziploc bag where I keep heavily used items like my can opener for my foam canisters, development time cards, and a thermometer, some other things inside of there. This thermometer is not digital. I have a digital thermometer that I keep mounted on the wall back here. I'm a big believer in everything having its space. It's really important to keeping things organized, especially if you're working with a small space. I'm still working out some of the light leaks that exist from the shiplap. I put tape over some of it. It's not the prettiest solution, but I just really for now want to eliminate the light leaks. Shiplap, though a beautiful material, aesthetically for the outside of my darkroom, it isn't the best light-proofed material for the inside of my darkroom. And there's not leaks between each of the joints where the two pieces of wood meet, but I'm still going to go ahead and seal every single one because you never know what the future brings. I live in California. Earthquakes happen. I just want to do it right the first time so I don't have to loop back and do it again. I was going to close the walls up. That was one of my original thoughts, but then I realized that that would be a lost opportunity. So in between the 2x4s that make up the walls, I'm going to put other 2x4s to make little mini shelves. So there are going to be little mini shelves all over this room where I'll be able to use them in functional ways, whatever functional way I need to use them. This wall here is blank right now, but I'm going to be installing a light box on this wall for viewing my film, all of those good things. I'll have a light box here. I'm going to install behind the sink a squeegee board so that when I am processing prints, I can put my print up against the squeegee board, squeegee the excess water off and let it dry. So there's a few more things that are going to happen in this space, and I'm just really excited about it. It is the perfect size for me to work in. And it has room for everything that I need. Yeah, my old dark room back home in Louisiana was huge. It was basically an entire kitchen with a connected living room. This one is definitely much smaller, but what I found with having a space that large was that I did not need a space that large. All right, so that's my dark room. You already got to check out my work room that lives on the outside of this door. Now let's get to developing some film. So a change of plans for this video. I was going to end it with us working with my Jobo alternative and showing you guys how it works. But like all things sometimes happen to go, it didn't quite go as planned. So I'll give you the good news and then the bad news. The good news is that functionally, mechanically, the Jobo alternative, J2, did exactly what it was supposed to do. It functioned perfectly. The other side of that there were two main issues that occurred. One main issue, the platform that one of my dogs is coming. Hey Deucey. The platform that the rotating devices is attached to was not securely fastened enough. I have a plan to fix it. What happened was the pressure from the water. Water is the most amazing. I have so much reverence for water. The pressure of the water underneath the platform popped it off. So I fixed it, so I thought, and then the pressure for the water popped it off again. So I have a more permanent plan for how to fix it and keep it from popping off. So I'm going to fix that. The other thing that happened, so around the rotating mechanism, so there's like a drive shaft, and that drive shaft is encased inside of a metal straw with ball bearings in it. And around that drive shaft, it has been really difficult to seal it and keep it from leaking. A part of it was my fault. I should have made sure that the drive shaft was in deep enough so that I would have plenty of room to add sealant around it. Because the drive shaft is in there pretty shallow inside of the actual container, I don't have a whole lot of room to add sealant, so I have to be very careful that I don't get sealant inside of that tube spinning mechanism doohickey, or it will muck it up, aka keep it from spinning. So those are the two things that happened. There were leaks that came from that drive shaft mechanism, and the platform that the rotating devices sit on popped up. But I got to test it, fill it up with water. It holds about 15 gallons of water is what it takes in order to, for the way that I constructed it, for it to have enough water to interact with the developing tank. It does not have to be that much water. I have an option to make another setup so that I could, not another setup, but just add other brackets so that I can give the developing tanks a little bit more space between them, so that or give the rollers a little bit more space between them so the development tank can sit in a little deeper. Maybe that'll be a fix I add in, so then I'll be able to use less water. I'll keep you posted. So anyway, all of that to say that I was going to make the video go into working with the J2 But because of the issues that popped up, I've decided to cut that content from this video, leave it as a tour of my studio and my darkroom space, and then make a totally different video about the J2 that will include the problems that popped up and how I will repair them and how I am repairing them, so that if you decide to make your own J2, you can understand how to troubleshoot any issues that may pop up for you, right? So with that said, the video is done. Thank you for watching, and thank you for checking out my studio space. I will get the J2 video out soon. I have some other video content I can get out to you as well. Sorry it's been so long since I put out a video. It's been crazy. I am a professor. We're in the midst of our semester. It's been very busy, and I'm also a first-time homeowner, which has also been a roller coaster. Anyway, y'all, thank you so much for watching. Please give the video a thumbs up, share it, comment below, all of those good things. Until next time, peace.